Revision3 is a San Francisco-based multi-channel internet television network that creates, produces and distributes web television shows on niche topics. Founded in 2005, it has been operating as a subsidiary of Discovery Digital Networks since 2012. The network has primarily technology-based shows hosted and produced by Patrick Norton, and gaming shows hosted and produced by Adam Sessler. The network also creates and hosts comedic, political, DIY, and movie-related content. The name refers to the revisioning of video programming, according to founders J. Adelson and David Prager. The first revision was cable television, adding general interest channels, catering to the most common denominator. The second revision was PC-based internet video, independent films, no business model, no loyalty, no audience. The third revision or Revision3 is TV and internet converged. iPods, TiVo, mobile, and broadband enable mass, loyal audiences to shift to on-demand, niche content. History: the company was founded in Los Angeles, California, by J. Adelson, Kevin Rose and David Prager in April 2005. Dan Howard, Keith Harrison, and Ron Gorodetsky were also involved. Most of them were previously employees of the television network Tech TV. Show development began in July 2003 with a podcast series called The Broken, a videozine related to computer hacking featuring Rose and Howard. After Tech TV merged with G4 and removed most of its technology-related programming, Rose and Howard were inspired to create a new series, SYSTM, in May 2005, which is geared toward a Euro converged Euro. Rose left his job as a host of the G4 series Attack of the Show on May 27, 2005, to work full-time for Revision3 Corporation. The popular show Denominator, also starring Rose, followed in July 2005, forming the first 3 shows of the new network. Alex Albrecht joined Revision3 on August 5, 2005, to co-host Denominator with Rose and contribute to other projects while Prager focused on production and business development. It was announced on July 10, 2007, that Jim Louderback would become the new CEO of the Revision3 Corporation. He previously worked as editor-in-chief for PC Magazine, a publication of Ziff Davis. He was followed by Patrick Norton in August 2007, who worked at Ziff Davis as head of podcasts and host of the IPTV show DLTV. At Revision3, he is now managing editor and the co-host of SYSTM, Techzilla, and HD Nation. At DLTV, he was replaced by Roger Chang, who in turn left DLTV and Ziff Davis in December 2007 to join Revision3. Chang has joined Norton as co-producer of SYSTM and Techzilla. All 3 had previously worked at Tech TV. On April 9, 2008, Revision3 announced that Veronica Belmont would be joining the Revision3 staff as co-host of Techzilla. On April 21, 2008, on the 47th episode of SYSTM, it was announced that chief engineer and co-host David Randolph had left for another job outside of Revision3. On June 6, 2008, CEO Jim Louderback cancelled the show Social Brew after only 4 episodes. Previous to the announcement, Revision3 employee Nebhard Tiwari was let go without notice. On June 16, 2009, Patrick Norton announced that SYSTM would no longer be a weekly show, instead becoming segments within his other show, Techzilla. He also announced that he would be launching a new show in July called HD Nation, which will be a show all about HD and home theater. It will be co-hosted by Robert Heron, who was a co-host on DLTV, with Patrick Norton, and then remained host for 23 months after Norton left. On October 10, 2010, Revision3 launched a show from the popular gaming website Destructoid, which recaps the latest news in video games 3 times a week in studio, starring employees Max Scoville and Tara Long. On August 25, 2011, past host of Badjacker Anthony Carboni started a video game review show called New Challenger, where other reviewers are pitted against Anthony's review, whether it be from a live guest or sourced from other popular websites. They have since together started Rev3 Games, a centralized channel for this and short bonus content. On March 13, 2011, Revision3 announced a partnership with Gawker Media which would bring its most popular websites to video podcasting. This started with Life Hacker, a show showing small tips to improve your life. This was followed up a year later on April 13, 2012 by IO9 with a Techzilla-like show called We Come From the Future, where the editors of IO9 discuss the latest news in science and sci-fi. It ran for 32 episodes and ended November 16, 2012. On August 11, 2011, Jay Adelson started a show responding to questions for entrepreneurial, company and business advice called Ask Jay. Dignation announced that it would stop production of episodes from the end of 2011, which caused massive uproar. As consolation for this, production star Glenn Melrose started his own show called Toasted Donut on November 15, 2011, where he experiments with different formats. The last episode went ahead live at the Music Box on December 30, 2011, skipping to episode number 420 for a two-parter. On May 3, 2012, Discovery Communications announced that it had entered into an agreement to acquire Revision3. The transaction closed on June 1, 2012. Revision3 Beta. In September 2008, Revision3 started Revision3 Beta, a talent farming sub-network of unofficial shows headed by Martin Sargent. The project has been axed due to lack of funds for the shows, with no shows being promoted at this time to the full Revision3 lineup. Controversy. In May 2008, Revision3's BitTorrent server was on the receiving end of a Media Defender denial of service attack which brought down all of Revision3's servers and their email system. The FBI launched an investigation, but no charges were brought against Media Defender. On June 29, 2009, former studio engineer David Randolph wrote on his personal blog about how he had been mistreated during the construction of the Revision3 studio. The post has since been removed from his website. See also, Dig, Tech TV, Twit TV, Web Series, Web Television, Multi-Channel Network, Cost per Mil, Cost per Impression, YouTube, List of YouTube personalities, List of multi-channel networks. References. External links, official website.